In Irish folklore, if the cry of a banshee is heard near your home, it is the prediction or confirmation of death of a family member. To catch sight of one will be terrifying, and you would rush to see if your loved ones were still breathing, so I have to ask, have you ever heard the cry of a mourning mother when she no longer has a way to articulate her pain, when words just aren't enough, and the sound claws its way out of her throat? It is so bone-chilling that once you hear it, it is hard to forget. When 19 mothers turned themselves into banshees, wailing women, a chorus of chaos reflecting how their lives have turned to wreckage, cries loud enough to shake the ground and flood the earth with their tears, a community in turmoil because of the loss of 21 lives, and we have become so numb, returning back to our regularly scheduled programming when parents are sending their children to schools with backpacks constructed of Kevlar to hold above heads and to hide underneath desks. Bullets are loosed in classrooms, and our Cabbage Patch Kids are harvested early from the kindergartens, only to be planted in cemeteries that they don't belong in. Unripened fruit is being sawed off family trees, barely given enough chance to fully bloom. In the state of Texas, there are more guns than there are people. And I don't understand the logic of those that would rather put firearms in the hands of educators than to make sure that weapons of war aren't readily available. Schools become slaughterhouses, children struggling with PTSD forced to walk in haunted hallways after seeing their fellow pupils turned into poltergeists, and the children are revolting. They are walking out of classrooms so they don't have to die in them, and our leaders are making little to no effort to safeguard a child's life once they made the exodus from the womb. Are you pro-gun politicians only pro-life when it comes to power and profit? The pursuit of padding your campaign's pockets. How are we supposed to trust what you profess when you fail to protect and call it politicizing when we protest? And I fear that this poem will never be finished, that this poem has taken up a life of its own because lives keep getting taken as if they are owed. Do you feel guilty that it is harder to get a driver's license than it is to get a gun? Do you feel guilty that Texas had 17 mass shootings in 1 year? Do you feel guilty that an 18-year-old walked into a store, then walked into a school, and ensured that 19 babies never walked into their mother's arms again?